Hello Patrick, amazing first video, exceptional job. Where do I start? As a prospect entrepreneur, as a determined graphic designer or a brand designer? From the information that you gave me on the first video, where do I begin? It is important for you to begin at the foundational stage. Remember, a brand is not an organization. A brand is not a logo. A brand is not an identity. Why do you have a chicken in an apartment, guys? Please make me understand in the comments. Why do you have a chicken in a whole apartment? Why? Anyway, in an era of fetishization about perfection, let's leave the chicken to do its thing, man, and let everyone do their thing. So you need to understand that there are 6 questions that you need to answer before you start a brand. There are 6 questions you need to answer before you start an organization and for you to turn that organization into a brand. An organization is not a brand. An organization can have brand and brand status and brand equity, but in itself is not a brand. A brand is a gut feeling. A brand is what your customer and your audience and your potential customers and what the word on the street is out there about your organization. A brand is not what you say it is, but it is important that you understand that creating a brand is an intentional process that almost requires near perfection, but you need to be disciplined to create awareness and to create something that is known as customer loyalty. But the foundation of a brand is in knowing who you are, knowing what you're supposed to do, etc., 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 and delivering on your promise. Day in, day out. First video, remember I talked about Coca-Cola. I talked about Apple. There's a link somewhere on the screen where you can go and listen to that video. So today we are creating a fictional brand so that we can understand the process of creating a brand. So where will we start? We start with GoodBrief.io. It's an amazing site. If you're a brand designer, if you're a graphic designer, get on GoodBrief.io. It generates random challenges for you to create brands from scratch, create organizations from scratch, and try to brand them. Now remember, branding happens over time and branding takes time. You have to be patient. Sorry, I don't know what's happening. You have to be patient. You have to endure. You have to do 2 things that Peter Drucker says that are the basic functions of any organization: to market and to innovate. So get creative around how you can create customer loyalty, how you can make sure that people understand you. But first and foremost, understand what makes you you, and then what makes you different. Now, in an era where there is market clutter, feature clutter, product clutter, advertisement clutter, message clutter, it is important for your business to stand out. Therefore, when you start a business, you need to understand what are you doing differently in your category. Because a brand cannot exist in a vacuum. You cannot start a whole industry by yourself. There have to be people in that industry at that time, and you have to look at what they're doing, then be radically different from them. So there are 6 questions that you need to answer. And these 6 questions will enable you to know your direction. What is your category? How are you different? Who are your customers? Where are they located? When do they need you? And why are you important? These 6 questions are excerpted from Martin Neumayer's book called Zag, where he emphasizes and reiterates just as much as I'm doing here. Be different. When you answer these questions, you are able to answer one question. I am the only organization that da da da. Let me give you an example. What is your category, Patrick? I am a brand designer. And how are you different from all other brand designers? Good question. You've asked a very good question. I am the only brand designer that gives visual and foundational identity and knowledge. Who are your customers? Business owners, entrepreneurs, and brand designers, as well as graphic designers. Where are they located? Mostly in Kenya, my country, but in an era of social media, you never know who can stumble upon your information and what you are disseminating, or you never know who stumbles upon whatever you're doing. So you can use the word here mostly, so that you know, okay, I'm in Kenya. Mostly I want to work with people here in Kenya, but in an era of social media, I'm aware I can work with people from all over the world, and I just need to make sure that my skills match up to what I am doing on this YouTube channel. If I don't match up to what I'm saying here, that is extremely bad for the brand. I might as well shut down today and look for a job now. Patrick, when do they need you? They need me when they want to take their businesses to the next level, or you want to take your business from the ground and take it up, or you need to reinvent your business. You have realized that I don't really have an identity. I don't really know where I'm going. I'm not even sure if I will be in business in the next 40 years. That's how long term you should think. If you're not sure you can be in business for the next 40 years doing the same thing, you might probably need to rethink it. So it has to be something you're really passionate about. And why are you important, Patrick? Lastly, I'm important because I'm the only brand designer that gives you visual and foundational identity for business owners and brand designers, mostly located in Kenya, who want to take their businesses to the next level, or reinvent their businesses, or start their businesses in an era of overcrowded and mediocre brands. I am the only brand designer that gives you visual and foundational identity. I not only give you visual identity in terms of making sure that your product stands out on the shelf. I will walk that journey with you for you to understand your brand, for you to understand how to tailor your core messages, for you to think sustainably. Remember, a brand is what they say it is. A brand, and who is they? Your audience. It's not what you say it is. It's not what I say it is as a brand designer who has worked on your brand or your organization. It's not what you say it is as a founder or as a CEO. It is what the customers say it is. If the customers don't like your product, your quality is poor, that's the brand and that's the name that's outside there. But if you have good quality and you deliver consistently and you have loyal customers, then that is a brand. If you're reliable, that is a brand. Again, a brand is built on trust. But you have to get the foundational phase so well. And think beyond yourself. Think about creating for community. Develop a sustainable business model. Remember Peter Drucker's statement, market and innovate. Those should be your only core functions. Let me tell you that you should be able to innovate responsibly. People are very cautious. People want to know, what is your organization doing for the environment? Are you harming the environment? Why should we even buy from you? Innovate responsibly. Reduce carbon footprint. Design smarter. Design better. Eliminate waste. Create long-term value. Redesign the manufacturing process. Don't harm the environment. Do no harm. Rethink product life cycle. Is it recyclable? Is it reusable? Take care of the environment. Source locally from those around you. Don't grow on your own. Help those around you grow as well. So The first company we are going to do is called, okay, naming is also a different thing. Like naming is a whole class on itself, but this is the company description. Patrick, we are a family store that sells lighting fixtures. Our main product stands out because of its superior quality and polish. I will go ahead and tell you that's not something that can make you stand out in itself. You need more. Our target audience is millennials, cash money. We want to convey a sense of elegance while at the same time being businesslike. So what is my job? Your job, Patrick, is that you must create the total branding package. This includes creating an appropriate brand name, a consistent visual system, and of course, a great logo. Cool. I have some questions for you. What is your category? We sell light fixtures. Okay. And how are you different? Our product stands out because of its superior quality and polish. So if I come up with a similar concept of starting a lighting fixture company and match as well as surpass your quality and polish, what will make you stand out then? You see? You see? Your target audience is millennials. Cool. I like that. And you want to convey a sense of elegance. That means when millennials want to have a sense of elegance, they should look for you as a lighting fixture company. But we definitely need to work on what makes you different. The rest are okay. We just need to make you different. And with some slight research which I've done before this video, you need to understand that a brand, one, is built on trust and being different. So when you look at the video that is now coming on the screen, we did a lot of brainstorming on what will make this brand very different. Yeah, we know that it is a family store, and they want a consistent visual system as well as a great logo. Now the dogs are here. Hey. Yeah, so we need to understand what name are we going to give to this business. But before we give the name, we've already done what, who, how, where, why, when. And the how different are you? We are going to give them a task. Can you import light fixtures? If I see a product on Pinterest and I show it to you, can you help me get that product? From your vast sources of networks in the lighting fixture world and your family store, so I assume you've been in business for a while, I'm sure you have networks. Can you help me get this exact fixture that I saw on Pinterest? Really? That will make them very unique. So we can modify the how different are you statement to say we are the only lighting fixture company that sells and helps you import quality polished light fixtures for millennials in Kenya and beyond in an age of counterfeit and low quality light fixtures that are inaccessible. When do you need me? When you're furnishing your spaces or your homes, because remember, they want to convey a business-like essence. And yes, now we have what makes them different. With these 6 questions, we can be able now to create a core message and core messages, and everything that we have from the name to what they do, to the core messages, to the words that they use, to the shapes that they use, is going to be on these key points. Remember, they want to convey a sense of elegance as well as businesslike. For me, what I thought elegance, that I can use it in the logo and the colors as well. Businesslike fonts. You want a font that is not too playful. You want a font that is businesslike, and I like the approach very much, because if I want to furnish my office space as a millennial, and I want to, appeal to Gen Z workers and all that jazz, I need a quality light fixture company. So what will I do? I will look for this organization that sells office light fixtures as well as home, so I can furnish my home as well as my office, and that quality should be so good that I should tell everyone around my circle about this company. So the name, because we need to start from the name. Like, what, you have a product, you have everything, you need to slap your identity on the product. That was a tough one, but let me try and see. It was a while ago, like on Monday or on Saturday. We thought, because it's a family store, or I thought, what's your family's name? Perhaps you can give the name of the store your family name. But then that can be limiting. Remember, you want to convey a sense of elegance and business-like. So you could be a family store, but we don't need that. We don't need to know that. Remember, even Indians, Asians, they have businesses that are run in the family. But very rarely would you find that they've written their name on or they have their family name on the business. I know a family that owns Mabati Rolling Mills here in Kenya. I know the family. I know the names. I've interacted with some of them, but their company is called Mabati Rolling Mills. Yeah. If you're looking to do a legacy or to have a legacy, I think Manu Chandaria in Kenya has done that. You look at the Chandaria Foundation, Chandaria. There's this UN hall. I'm not sure what it's called. There's also this USIU hall and amphitheater that he has, invested a lot in. That's a legacy. And he himself has built for himself a brand. Yeah, Manu Chandaria is one of the most famous people in Kenya just because of philanthropy. So that in itself is a good thing. But when you're looking for a business and you want it to be business-like, I think it's important to tie the name of the business to what you want to convey. So I looked at elegance and I wondered, how can we convey a sense of elegance on the name plus the logo? And I went through a few examples that I can show you now. Just a few. In terms of the name, I tried looking for different names in different languages, like a home. What does a home mean in Polish or things like that? Anyway, we arrived at the name classed because, remember, they want to convey a sense of elegance. What does class mean? Let me read for you what class means on Google. And this just came to me very naturally, honestly. It came after a while. I tried a lot of different names, but remember, there are systems to naming. A name must be appropriate. A name must be sustainable as well. It must be protectable. It must not be registered anywhere. And I looked at the name classed and I liked it. I just liked the word classed. It's like elegance. Like I give you this product for you to do you guys get it? Like classed. I know these are the things that I'm supposed to be explaining to the client, but when I have classed you, it doesn't mean classed in the sense of category, like I've boxed you somewhere. It means that class, you know what class means? Like we're on a different class. Class means stature. So these products are supposed to be elegant, and when you finally put it in your home, you've been classed. Like you've put a lot of classy. It's classy. So when we give it to you, we've classed your home, we've classed your business. It's something like that. I really like the name. And I started looking for a logo. And what do you guys think about the name? Do you think the name is okay? Is it okay? We started going through the logo, and I remember the elegance. The elegance for me was about, now, how do I convey the elegance to the logo? Because the name is classed, like classy. And I looked up, and there's only one organization that was known as classed, and it is in the UK, and it was dissolved. So if we move quickly with my client, my fictitious client, we can be able to trademark this name by today. Yeah, and register it, not trademark it, register it. So elegance and diamonds. Diamonds came to mind because I wanted some shape. And honestly, I looked at some light fixtures for my home, and there's a way they were hanging. They were giving some diamond shape. I'll show you some diamondish shape. So I thought, what if we can hang diamonds? Like we have a, let me just show you. I don't know why I'm trying to explain on the air, and we have a computer. So this here, let me just enable screen record. You guys might be here with me for a minute. So I thought something that's hanging. So something that's hanging, then light fixtures hanging, then diamonds, because of the class, the sense of elegance that we are trying to convey, and classed. And the thing about designing a logo is that it you think you have it, but you want to try some things different. Yeah, so you try something different, and you end up with something like this. You end up with something like this. Let me just zoom in more. You end up with something like this. This one, I think I discarded it because it was giving MasterCard. Yeah, I've seen something is very similar with this logo, and it can be very confusing. It's important to understand which logos are very prominent in the market space, and just try and innovate completely different from that. So this was another concept that I tried to fix, but it looked too MasterCard-ish. I don't know what you think. We also tried looking for colors that could convey the same, and you're like, yeah, but it's giving MasterCard. Yeah, so we thought, I've ever seen a light fixture before that I really liked, and that light fixture had a circular frame at the top, and now the light fixtures were hanging, and I thought, let's try that. Why not? And here it is. I don't know what you guys think about it. I really liked the elegance. I liked the colors I was able to give, and I think I got this color palette on Pinterest, this particular shade of, but for me, I think these colors would do better in a cosmetic company, especially this shade of brown. Is it brown, ladies? Is this brown? I know this is brown, but there's this shade. I don't know which color it is, but it was all right. But I felt it could have been better for a cosmetic company, especially one that is Black owned. I think that was what I got from there. So I tried and experimented with different shades of colors, and guys, hello, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I don't know. Yeah, here we go, guys. I think this conveys the requisite class that is required. The lighting fixture hanging, diamonds. This is, you know what diamonds represent, and I think that's what I was trying to convey to the business. So if I'm to give a brief to my client about what was the thought process behind this, the name just as I have explained. Then the shapes and the logo. Diamonds describe elegance, elegance. And now this one ties them to the light fixtures. So you're hanging diamonds in your home, and I hope they like it, because this is the best I can come up with. And this is a very, very extremely sustainable brand, because they're lighting fixtures, and these are diamonds hanging. They might look like earrings or something like that, but basically this is a family store. That means they have traditions. And something I really tried evading from when giving this name of this organization or this luxury retail shop the name, was because at times you can be so hell-bent on retaining family tradition that you do not recall, you forget to innovate. You are so hell-bent on retaining family traditions that you forget to innovate. Ask Nokia, ask BlackBerry. You're so tied down to previous ways of doing things that you're no longer in touch with the needs of the current market. So that's why I also refrained from giving the store the name of the family, to make sure that completely they eradicate that thinking from their minds, and to always think modern, to always think progression, and now to build their business model on sustainable ways of acquiring lighting fixtures, making sure that they're able even to sell locally made products, buy local, buy fair. So those are some of the strategies that they need to employ for this business to surpass. And it can now even transcend from a family store to a family empire that could be run by the family, but also attracts young talent who have the potential to grow organizations and make them bigger and better and own a monopoly. Now, there are several light fixtures in the world, but this one is the only one that helps you import light fixtures and also sells to you. So I think this gives a definition of a luxury business, like elegant brand, classed. Then now we do a bit of mock-ups, see how it looks like, in different places, how you present it to the client, and this is how it would look like on different. And you look at the colors. Look at the colors, guys. Colors are the epitome of luxury. Those colors are extremely luxurious. They're not too bright, but they are subtle and they are different. You look at companies such as Tiffany & Co. Tiffany & Co. has copyrighted their color codes, guys. That's how serious you should be about protecting your brand. No one should be able even to use your colors. And that, honestly, when you copyright a product or a color, that helps even other business owners to innovate differently and to think differently. And that helps other organizations to be radically different. So these are some of the mock-ups that we were able to do. And one thing that I really thought about, and remember, a brand is built on trust. So we have to ensure that we deliver the imports. We do not overpromise that we will be shipping this. We just say we don't have this in our database. We might check, but we really don't have this in our database, and we move on completely from that. The worst thing a brand can do is to overpromise and underdeliver. You are killing your brand. You better underpromise and overdeliver, but the moment you cross that line where you say you'll do something and you don't do it, your brand is at risk. The brand that you're building is at risk. But remember, keep innovating. And one thing I thought that this organization or this family store can do to ensure that there's customer loyalty is by having a magazine. By having a magazine that features its clients, those who bought from the organization. What is their thought? It's important for the organization, and this is just a way of just making this organization more community based. When you have a magazine, you are now able to give power to your customers. You can give power to your customers by ensuring that they are known as connoisseurs of good taste. And remember the tagline. Actually, I forgot to tell you the tagline. The tagline is, here's the tagline: great taste. And the tagline, you can only be able to get the tagline from understanding what the business tries to convey. So we are trying to convey elegance, so it's classed great taste. So a magazine, you bought this lighting fixture, show me how it looks in your home. And now we can be able now to do a YouTube video on it. We can be able to do a social media post on it. We can do a magazine on it. And the whole time it's about you, your incredible taste. You're an interior design by your own weight. You hold your own weight when it comes to interior design. You have excellent choice and taste in elegance as a millennial. You furnished your home. That light fixture fits your home to the T. They can be able to write articles about it. For those who are a bit shy, just write an article about it, something short, take a photo of it, send it to us. We'll feature it in our magazine. We'll sell it. Any proceeds that you will get from the magazine, you are entitled to your share. So you create a community, and you're creating a community around people who love light fixtures, people who are in love also with interior decors, but interior decorations with synergy in terms of light fixtures. So that's how you create a community. That's how you create loyalty. Everyone wants to see that they were featured in this classed magazine, and now the role of class is to make sure that they're everywhere. Be on billboards, be in malls, be running social media ads. Make sure that you're associated with everything that has to do with elegance, and the colors already give you a step ahead of the others. I've not seen these colors in any organization. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And now moving from there, it's all about the business delivering. Making sure you have great quality staff who are able to talk well to customers. I see people who have attitudes and you're coming into work, man. That stems from leadership as much as anything. Sit your organization down, sit your employees down, tell them what your core values are. Pay them well. Pay them well. Pay them well. That they can also be able to afford what is inside your store. Pay them well. Buy them the best uniforms. Teach them how to deal with customers. Hire people who are good with customer relations, people who are good in public relations. Make sure that there are no faults in your company. The moment I get into your organization and I find that your staff are moody, edgy, not great explainers, they don't even understand the product themselves, I will walk out and your brand will take a hit. So if you're creating a brand, make sure your employees understand everything about that brand from A to Z, to which lighting fixture will go well in this if it's an office space, if it's a home, how will it complement the space? Please show me pictures of your home. We can help you even go mounted, etc. Show me a picture of your office. This would go well with it. Let your staff be the most educated about your business, at times even more than you. When business is slow, just walk around. Hi, David, please, I'm looking for a product. Sell me on this. That's how you build a brand. Trust. Customer-centric. And I think that's it from this episode. I don't want to make it too long. I'm saying it's already 34 minutes in. But I think that's an incredible way to get started. It's an incredible way to get started. Always constantly learn as leadership. Learn how you can be able to improve and innovate and market your business. And Teach your employees how to be better. Pay them well. I cannot reiterate the essence of paying people well. That's good for your brand. You look at any Apple employee, none of them are broke because the business is working so hard and they are working so hard as well, the employees, to turn customers to profit. So trust in them, give them your vision, let them innovate according to your vision. Where there is no vision, the Bible says, does the Bible say that? I'm not very sure about that. But remember, if you do not have a clear vision around your organization, things might get a bit murky. Remember, my name is Patrick Mohinde. See you on the next one. That was Classed, the brand, and that was a class that's over. Quite poetic. So see you on the next one, and we will try and create more brands, this time together. I will try as much as possible to do so, and I hope you learned a great loads, and see ya.